Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're breaking down Adobe's blockbuster third quarter earnings for fiscal year 2025. And really, this whole story boils down to one thing: artificial intelligence.
And wow, what a way to start. The story kicks off with this huge number. We're talking a massive, record-breaking revenue of nearly $6 billion for the quarter. I mean, that's just an incredible figure, and it really shows you the kind of momentum Adobe has right now.
And, right from the top, the CEO, Shantanu Narayan, he made it crystal clear what's behind this explosive growth. This isn't some side project, folks. AI is now a $5 billion a year business for Adobe. It is right at the very core of their success. Okay, so how'd they do it? Let's break it down. In this explainer, we're going to walk through that record-breaking quarter, unpack Adobe's AI game plan, see their AI-powered products in action, and then, the big one, we'll look at the billion-dollar payoff. All right, first up, let's zoom in on the numbers, the incredible financial performance that really set the stage for this whole story.
So, that headline revenue number? Yeah, it's impressive. But the story gets even better when you dig a little deeper. We're talking double-digit growth in both revenue and their non-GAAP earnings per share, which, is a super important measure of profitability. What's even more telling is their future outlook. They've got over $20 billion in what's called remaining performance obligations, or RPO. That's basically contracted future revenue already in the bag. And just look at that cash flow, a record $2.2 billion. This isn't just growth, it's strong, profitable growth.
But the big question is, how are they pulling this off? Well, that brings us right to their core AI game plan. And listen to this. The CEO's own words really frame the scale of their ambition here. He doesn't see AI as just another feature. Nope. He calls it a tectonic technology shift. For Adobe, this is not about just keeping up. It's about grabbing what they see as the single biggest opportunity they've had in decades. Wow. So their strategy to capitalize on this shift? It's pretty straightforward, but it is incredibly powerful. It's kind of two-pronged. First, they're pumping AI into the world-class tools we all already know and love, like Photoshop and Premiere Pro. And second, they're building totally new AI-first products from the ground up. Think stuff like their Firefly image generator. And what's really cool here is how this visualizes their entire market. See, they're not just focused on one group, not at all. They are building tailored AI solutions for literally everyone, from individual consumers and business pros all the way up to the creative professionals and the world's biggest marketing departments. Okay, so that's the strategy. But what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into the products themselves and see how this whole AI vision is coming to life across their entire ecosystem. All right, let's start with business professionals and consumers. We're talking about the millions of us who rely on documents every single day. For this massive group, Adobe is weaving creativity directly into their everyday productivity workflows. So they've launched this new thing, Acrobat Studio, and it basically turns the good old PDF into a dynamic, collaborative space. You can actually use an AI assistant now to just ask questions of your documents and get insights instantly. And get this, it's working. Their active user base for Acrobat and Express shot up by about 25% in just 1 year. That's huge. Next up, let's talk about their core audience, the creative pros and creators. For these folks, Adobe is embedding AI to make their workflows faster, smarter, and way more powerful than ever before. And they've got a really smart three-part approach here. First, they turned Firefly into its own standalone app to pull in new users. Second, they've deeply integrated AI into the big ones, Photoshop, Illustrator, you name it, which is pushing pros to upgrade. And third, and this is key, they're not building a walled garden. They're actually integrating models from partners like Google and OpenAI, creating this complete OpenAI ecosystem for creators. And finally, let's look at the enterprise level, the marketing professionals. Adobe is using AI to automate the entire content supply chain. Why? To help big brands meet the absolutely explosive demand for personalized digital marketing. And they're tackling this with a whole suite of enterprise tools. Take Adobe Gen Studio. It's their end-to-end solution for AI-powered marketing, and it's already a billion-dollar business all by itself. We're talking major brands here, like Disney, FedEx, and Microsoft. They're all using these tools to create marketing content at a scale that was frankly just unimaginable a few years back. So the strategy is super impressive, right? But here's the billion-dollar question.
does this ambitious AI push actually translate to the bottom line? Well, let's look at the payoff.
And the answer is a big, definitive yes. Just look at this. Their AI-influenced annual recurring revenue, that's ARR, the predictable subscription income they can count on, it has just skyrocketed. We're looking at a jump from $3.5 billion at the end of last year to over $5 billion today. Think about that. That's a $1.5 billion jump in less than a year. Incredible.
And in fact, they're not just meeting expectations here, they are absolutely shattering them. The revenue from their brand new AI-first products, it has already blown past their original full-year target of $250 million. I mean, they've already crushed the goal for the whole year.
So with all this incredible momentum, all driven by AI, Adobe had the confidence to do something Wall Street always loves to see. Yep, they raised their financial targets for the entire fiscal year. That's a huge signal that they expect this strong growth to just keep on going.
And their CFO, Dan Durn, he summarized it perfectly. Adobe isn't just talking about AI. They are proving they can execute and deliver durable, profitable growth in this new AI-first world. They're walking the walk.
So the takeaway from this quarter is crystal clear. Adobe has successfully, and very decisively, placed artificial intelligence at the absolute heart of its business. And that leaves us with one final powerful question to think about. With AI now powering its entire ecosystem, is Adobe building a creative and marketing powerhouse that's, well, simply untouchable?